We'll figure something out. All right. It says we're live. All right. Greg Skeens is the first one in here.
Right off the bat, man. Greg is on it.
Greg was sitting there waiting for it, and he hit it right at 8 p.m. too.
Yep.
So I wonder if Greg is still worn out from this weekend. I know I was smoked when I got in tonight. I was like, man, I am tired. So I don't know. All right. We should be live. Give us 2 before in the chat if you can hear us. It shows 3
out there.
It shows 3 people are on here, and then it went to 2. I don't think that thing's accurate, honestly. Because I know we've got like 4,500 people.
There's Miss Sharon. All right.
Miss Sharon's here. All right. All right. Cue the intro.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. We are so happy to see you. My name is Shelly, and this is...
I'm Jason. Guys, it's Wednesday night, right after church. We're sitting down here. Shelly's in her bunker at her house, and I'm in my bunker at my house. And I've got a plastic spoon, MRE spoon, on my desk. It looks like a big Baskin-Robbins sample spoon, doesn't it?
I know it does.
I need to send Local Prepper was making fun and said something about it when I did it. When I was doing a live, I said something about it, and he's like, "You can't have no pink MRE spoon." And I was like, "Dude, I'm going to send you one." So I need to send him one. Patriot JC, I've never seen.
Mel is in Brown County. She's down there camping with her boy.
Yeah. Patriot JC, I've never seen them in here. Glad to have you here. How did you stumble upon this crazy, unscripted, that we really don't know what we're doing sometimes show?
We don't.
Yeah. We ought to rename it A Wing and a Prayer.
It really should be that.
A Wing and a Prayer. We really don't know what we're doing, but someone gave us high-speed internet access and StreamYard, so it's like, why not do it? So...
Hey, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Do all the things.
Well,
Sage Creek Preppers in the house.
In Jessamine County.
Where is Jessamine County?
It's like northeast, I think.
Is it like up around Louisville or something, or Lexington or something like that?
I think so. I'm going to have to pull a map out. I know it's not like super close. And then... Charles is from Broomfield. Is that Broomfield, Indiana, I guess?
Bloomfield.
That's Indiana, isn't it?
No, I think you might be thinking of Bloomington.
I don't know. South of Lexington.
Yeah, I thought it was close to that.
Louisville, Lexington, isn't it all the same? Oh, some people are going to be mad about that.
Don't be pissing the hillbillies off.
Isn't it like what when we start saying, well, everybody bleeds red, don't they? And then that's really going to make some people mad because everybody's like, no, UK, everybody hates the Cardinals and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Like, no.
Yeah, Charles, it's Kentucky. All right. Next to Barstow.
Oh, no, not even close. Okay.
We screwed that.
Yeah.
Patriot JC, I like channels about sustainable living.
Well, we do too.
Yes, glad to have you here.
Awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen Charles in here either. I know Sage Creek Prepper's been in here once or twice. So, guys, all the new people, glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're going to grow. See, I told you there's like more than 2 people. It's like I know there's like 4,500 people on here. But YouTube's just throttling us back. They're like, we're only going to show you 7 people.
Right.
And all the 4,500 people are typing comments, but YouTube is not letting them come through.
What is that called? Shadow banning or something?
Yeah.
They're shadow banning us.
Yeah. So, all right. Topic. We're going to tell you the topic, and then we're going to talk about something else. So, the topic's land navigation. We're going to talk about the workshop we did this weekend, but we got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about that will get your mind in the land navigation thing. So
actually, I think I may have found a news article, but first, why don't you talk about what you're doing on your homestead this week? Have you done anything?
I didn't do anything. Well, I mean,
have you ever finished your greenhouse?
No, let's not talk about that. I've not had time to do it. So it will get done one of these days. So,
okay.
But yeah, we will get it finished one day. It's right now. It's been like maintaining between selling the first aid kits, the medical stuff, the radios, that, and then my other job. It's like I don't have time in the day to work on a greenhouse. So it's like the greenhouse will get finished. It's like we got to get orders out. I've got to go do my other unreal job of contracting. So it's kind of like the greenhouse is not taking priority this minute.
I understand.
So, but other like what we did this weekend, no, I didn't do anything. It's like I literally, before I left in the morning, I would make sure water troughs were filled, the animals had feed, and then when I got home, I would top everything off, and then it's like I'm ready to go in and go to sleep. But I did. Now my mother-in-law, what was Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night. After we got done eating, I had to stop by my mother-in-law's house and put a new battery in her car because she never drives it and the battery goes dead. So I was like super excited about that. So yeah, other than work, the two jobs that we've got, the two businesses, it's been just kind of maintained. So, and then I spent all weekend at the lake. And we could say it like it's all nice. It's like, yes, I spent all weekend at the lake. And people will think like you got a houseboat or some shit. But it's like, no, we didn't. I didn't even really see the lake but once or twice, really.
I saw it when I drove over it.
Yeah, well, yeah, other than driving over it, it's like, okay. So, and the buffet is not real good. I was not impressed.
It usually is. They usually have really good fried chicken, but I don't know what happened. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Nobody fried any chicken up there that I saw.
Yeah.
We had dry ham. The breakfast buffet was not.
The ham wasn't that bad. The ham was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. John McMillan's here. Good evening, John. All right. So what have you done?
And then we got what?
Go. I got to come up to your house and we got to work on the
I've been doing some cleanup I've been doing some cleanup in the house, but I made apple cider vinegar this weekend when I got home from there. I've been making some soap. At the end of last week, I was gone. Well, you guys saw on the show last week, I was in Texas. I was down there training for my job. We're getting ready to this coming up weekend. We're having a big cleanup at our place. So, about half of our kids are coming over to help us. I've got a list. I made a list on a board on my fridge of like a dozen different projects that need to be done. And I took a picture of it and sent it to them. And I said, this is my plans for this weekend. And I know they're all sitting there going, what the crap? Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like we're going to get all this done.
Yeah. Well, it's, I put on there, we're going to build a cow shelter. We're gonna move the pig shelter back up. I've got trees, or not trees, but some limbs that I need to cut down. I want the garden area cleaned up. I want the ladder part or steps on the kids' play fort that needs to be fixed. And it's just there's a list of about a dozen things that need to be done. So they said that they would come over and help, and so we'll see.
I've got tons of crap that needs to be done, but it's like I'm just going to have to find time to do it. And it seems like your weekends just get booked up. Or here lately, it's been like raining on a Saturday or something. You're like, man, I'm not getting out and all that crap. But yeah, Saturday I'll be up there.
Like every weekend between now and the end of the year, there's something going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Well, I can't. Ginger and Calvin. Ginger's my Hereford cow that I've raised up from a bottle, and then her calf, Calvin, are going to go live with Shelly at her place because Shelly's got more land than I do. And I'm like, she can come up there. We worked out a deal for that. So we got to get her a shelter. So we're going to throw up essentially, we're going to use corral panels and some billboard tarps and some hog panels to get something up for the wintertime. And then in the spring, we might build something a little bit more permanent on that. So yeah. I can spend a little bit of time up there, but we got our big chili supper for Lincoln School on Saturday at like early Saturday afternoon. So I got to be back here to get ready for all that fun and shenanigans that's going on. But I made sure I told you I had the grommet kit for the tarp because I don't know how many grommets those billboard tarps have. But I was running through Franklin. I had to go to Franklin today to pick something up, and I'm like, I need to make sure I got enough grommets. I know where that grommet kit is in my shop in the toolbox. Regardless of what people say about my shop, I know where stuff is at. So I picked up 2 more grommet kits from Harbor Freight, so I would have 2 kits in my truck, and I put them like in the map pocket of the back seat, so I know exactly where they're at. So we got.
Are we gonna need like bungees to hold it on to strap it down, or how are we gonna do that?
I was just gonna take tie wire. You said you had a bunch of tie wire.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do.
I mean, we could do like those bungees, but I mean, if we got
a bunch of bungees too, but yeah, I forgot about that.
All right. So we're going to build an expedited corral panel and hoop house kind of. I don't know. We're really going to rig the thing up, I'd say. But as long as it'll hold through winter, I'm fine, and then we can do something a little bit. So, all right. Hey, what we got? We got the herbal workshop coming up. December 6th. There's a code. Yep. There's a code for that, isn't there?
There is a code.
The code is 420.
It's not 420. It is HERB 15. HERB 15. That will get you 15% off of that class. It's the class that Leslie is teaching it's like a next level class. She's done an entry level class for us. This is going to be like a beyond the basics kind of thing. But if you've never been to an entry level herbal class, don't feel like you can't come to this one because Leslie tailors everything to what the people in the class need. So don't feel like you can't come to this one or you're missing something or, you haven't had the entry level. You will totally walk away with all of the education that you want from this class. So go to KentuckySustainableLiving.com and click on workshops. Do they click on festival or workshops?
You click on in-person workshops.
There you go. Click on that and go ahead. Sorry.
Miss Sharon's the best moderator ever. See, she's got it up. So we're going to have to give her
click on that and use code HERB15 and get 15% off that workshop.
Yeah. So Backmaster doesn't have any smoking sales right now. Besides, I looked. Okay. They've got, if you use the code Homestead, you'll get 15% off your order. Yeah. If you get a Backmaster chamber sealer, use the code Homestead to get 15% off. Or you can wait. What is today? Today is the 12th. If you wait 5 more days, you will get 25% off if you order $500 or more. I looked and I found the email. So
is that going to be is that their Black Friday deal, or are they going to have a better Black Friday deal?
I think they're going to have a better Black Friday deal.
I think so too. So if we're going to keep our eye out for whatever special they have, because they let you all stack our discount on top of their discount. So we'll be sure if the minute that we see one of their deals pop up, we'll send out an email. We'll also be talking about it on this show if we know that it's coming enough in advance, and we'll put it on our Facebook page. So be checking those things out. If you're in the market for a chamber sealer, Backmaster chamber sealers are like the best. They're awesome. Jason and I both have one. We love it. We use it all the time. And They have what was it, like 2 weeks ago or the end of October?
It was
it was till the 31st of October. They had an amazing deal. You could get, it was like 45% off or something like that with our discount and theirs.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, right now, I mean, you'll get what, 40 per starting the 17th through the 21st, you'll get 40% off if you stack which, I mean, that's a smoking deal. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wait till the Black Friday because I looked, I could pull it up, but I don't know what the Black Friday is going to be. But the Black Friday is better. So I'm going to wait till Black Friday and order another chamber sealer. I've got the big monster one down in the shop, but I hate when we're doing stuff that I got to walk down to the shop, especially when it's cold. It's like, this sucks. So I'm going to buy a smaller countertop model for the house. That, and then also, well, it'll be down in the basement because I want to start my kitchenette down in the basement soon, probably after Christmas. I'll start that project since the house is pretty much painted like Whitney wanted. So pretty much everything's done paint wise on the house. So then that way I can do my projects that I want to do. So, all right, what's this news article that you found? This is going to be good for giggling.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have kind of a twisted sense of humor, but so I found this article. It says, I'm an ER doctor, and these are the top 5 injuries and illnesses that we see on Thanksgiving. So the beginning of the article, it says, beware of foul play. Isn't that funny? So the one of them, the first one listed, is cuts and lacerations. They said particularly on the hands and fingers. So I guess people are getting a little rambunctious with their
overzealous carving the turkey.
Yeah, well, it says it says sharp knives, obviously, but shredders and mandolins too.
Dude, mandolins. Mandolins scare me. I'm like,
you can cut some layers off with a mandolin.
Oh, Whitney uses those sometimes, and I'm like, I just go in another room. I was like, no. I was like, this is.
It says that cooks are often distracted and they're busy talking to their family and friends, and maybe they've even had a few glasses of alcohol.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And then the next one is burns. So it says they quite frequently see burns on Thanksgiving. Burns are often found on the face, hands, and forearms, and even the feet due to dropping food and sauces. The infamous turkey fryer is a common cause of Thanksgiving burns. They get really, really hot and can overflow if they're not used correctly. Which, I mean, for probably the last 25 years, Randy has fried our turkey every year. And they can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Like, if you don't thaw your turkey out, if it has like ice crystals inside it or on it, that thing, oh my God, it'll like shoot oil out everywhere, and it's bad. So make sure that's make sure you thaw your turkey out well. Orthopedic injuries.
What?
It says the next category is trauma to bones, joints, muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Forget football on TV. The real action is the games in the backyard and the horseplay in the living room.
Well, now, I didn't think about that because, everybody wants to get out and throw football or something like that.
Yep.
I tell you what was funny. One year, we'd always have a big Thanksgiving at my wife's parents' house. And her dad had I think he had like 6 brothers or something. So it was a big thing. One of the ladies brought rolls. These rolls were so stinking hard. Like nobody would do anything with them. The kids took them outside and were throwing them around like a baseball. It was hilarious. Like a kid would get hit and it would darn near knock the kid out. I mean, I was like, this is getting dangerous. They were just chucking these rolls across the yard.
That's funny.
Watch out.
It says first you should warm up before the family football game, but don't warm up with a bottle of wine. So the next one says head injuries. Head trauma from falls is also common around the holidays. It's important to consider your environment for family members who are at greater risk of falls.
Well.
And then stomach woes. So another frequent ER visit on Thanksgiving is gastrointestinal illnesses. Before the meal, ask family members and guests if they have any food allergies or sensitivities. And while overeating and indulging in rich meals can be problematic for everyone, people with heart disease or diabetes face a greater risk of stomach issues because too much salt or sugar can exacerbate their condition.
Wow.
And be sure to handle your food properly and avoid food poisoning.
Make sure the turkey's done.
Right. Oh, my God. So that's all of them. Yeah.
Wow. Oh. And then, yeah, Miss Sharon, football will churn up your groceries. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it will.
We're doing, what are we doing? I think my brother's absolutely, you have to have turkey for my brother. And I despise like turkey breast and all this. I'm not a huge turkey fan. So I always do a standing rib roast. And that's my thing. It's like I'm doing a standing rib roast, and if people don't like it tough, that's more for me to eat in the next couple days. So
I always do turkey. I love turkey. I love deep fried turkey.
I could take it or leave it on turkey, but now you give me a standing rib roast. Oh man, that and some gravy, I'm set. So I do know I'll do a standing rib roast because I've got one in the freezer. I think it's like an 8-pound standing rib roast. I'm like, yeah. Chris says smoked turkey thighs. That sounds good.
Turkey's good too.
Oh yeah.
Right after we got our smoker, Randy will he'll smoke turkey breast or something every once in a while, like throughout the year, not just Thanksgiving. But I like smoked turkey too.
Well. Oh, hey, another thing we got to use that chamber sealer for. We got to chamber seal a bunch of freaking bleeding control kits.
Yes, we do.
We've got a bunch of those. Church finally gave me the go ahead on that. We've got a ton of bleeding control kits to shoot out to church. I've got to order everything. They gave me the okay this afternoon. They're like, get those things done. So we've got, a buku of those jokers to do. So the chamber seal will get a workout on that deal.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, also down at the screen at the bottom, one of the Black Friday things we've got going is free shipping on over $150 or more, and we got 10% running on site wide on anything you want to do. So
right now, let me just go over the Black Friday stuff that's happening right now at Kentucky Sustainable Living. Jason just talked about the 10% off. That's happening all month it's happening until December 1st, because we wanted to get December 1st is Cyber Monday, and we're still trying to figure out what deal we're going to do on Cyber Monday, but we wanted to make sure that you got 10% off. And that's on everything site-wide. Free shipping on anything, any orders $150 or more. Right now until the 28th of November, you can use HERB15 to get 15% off of Leslie's class. And then tonight, I just sent out, right before we got on here, I just sent out a newsletter telling about our next deal, Radio 50. So you can purchase one of our Baofeng radios. What is the number on it again?
It's the AR5RM. There's a single and a double pack.
So it's the handheld radio. You can buy a single one, pay regular price for the single one, and you get a second one 50% off. Or if you want to buy the 2-pack, you can buy two 2-packs and get the second one 50% off. So you'd have 4 radios. But yeah, that's Radio 50. And that sale is going on until the 16th. So that's what, Sunday, I think. Is that right?
I think so.
Something like that.
I've got a whole calendar. I got an iPad, a phone, and a laptop in front of me, and I can't tell you what is. Yeah, that'll be Sunday.
Yeah, so that sale's going on till Sunday. So right now, radios are on sale. The herbal class is on sale. 10% off everything on the site and free shipping on $150 or more orders. So check it out.
Yeah.
And we got more coming. You just got to keep checking back. There's more coming.
Oh, yeah. The Black Friday is going to be pretty good, especially if you're a festival person.
Yep.
That's going to be a good deal on that. So Bill Warner showed up.
Hey, Bill. Bill, we're going to be down in your neck of the woods next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Do you want to meet us for dinner?
Sales similar to a thing that happened to us on Sunday. All right. Yeah, Bill, we're going to be down there. What is it? Friday will be the 21st.
Yeah.
So we'll be down there Friday late afternoon and then Saturday. Bill's still trying to breed pigs. Well,
you reach out to us if you want to hook up for dinner. We'd love to meet up with you.
Yeah, because we'll be down there the 21st, that Friday night.
It'll be me, Jason, Melanie, and Greg.
New.
Yeah.
We have two Gregs. We have to specify.
We do have two Gregs.
Bill, we're going to be down in Jackson. We're staying in Jackson for the night, and we got some training that we're going to do down in Henderson, Tennessee on Saturday. So it's special, super secret squirrel stuff that we're doing down there that we can't talk about until we're done with it. So shoot Shelly or I an email. It's probably better to shoot Shelly an email so she can coordinate all that, because I'll just be like, yeah, we're meeting sometime Friday night. It's at some restaurant that they serve food. So
that's 30 minutes from Chris Watkins.
Yeah, I know. Well, Chris can come on up too.
Yeah, I've got come have dinner with us, man.
So, all right. Hey, Cuckbee Farmer's in here. He's watching from the People's Republic. He's in Michigan, I think. And he's got like a ton of cows. He's got like 8 million cows or something that he's feeding. I don't know how he counts 8 million cows. He must have like 30 people.
So I know I say this all the time, but Hatfield Homestead, that's
Drew and Melody.
Drew and Melody, right?
Yeah.
So they said that their Christmas is going to be KSL themed. What does that mean?
Yeah. Oh, crap. I hate this where you got to do it twice. Are you going to have like KSL stockings or what? So,
you got to explain it to us, Melody.
Cuckbee Farmer, get in bed and get up early to do that. I appreciate it. And I will see you Friday morning. He'll be up Friday morning on here. Let me see. Bill said Henderson is a half hour from him. All right, let's see. All right.
He feeds 6,400 cows at work? What?
I told you it was like 8. I told you it's close to 8 million.
Jeez.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Jason's math is not, it's like he does that weird Colorado math or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's close. He's closer to 8 million than I am.
Oh, they're giving tickets and KSL swag. There you go.
That'll be pretty cool. That'll work.
Love it.
It'll be a good hoodie stuff. So it looks like I wear the same hoodie all the time, but I've got like a dozen of these things. So I got.
Bill said he went Sunday to pick up a new pig. Went to their pig dealer to pick up a new boar.
Well,
we need to hook up with his pig dealer.
Heck, we're gonna have like a stinking little mini meetup down in Jackson on Friday night. I wonder if anybody else is close to Jackson. We're gonna have to like reserve a restaurant or something.
There you go.
So I gotta set something real quick before I forget. Damn it. There we go. All right. I'm gonna have to get me some cheater glasses, like the magnifying, like the reader glasses. I'm gonna have to get me some of those, because when we were doing
these right here, I got them from my eye doctor, but they're not these are my regular glasses that I wear all the time. and they have bifocals on them. So these lenses are my bifocals. It's all the bifocal strength or whatever. And I use them for computer because I can't see a computer with those glasses. That's what happens when you get old. You got to buy crazy crap like that.
I know, but like these are prescription glasses, but I only wear them when I'm sitting at the computer and stuff like that because I got astigmatism. So it just makes everything better. But then like working, and I probably said this before, when I first got these, I was working, I was cutting in a ceiling, and my eyes went from the glasses to above the glasses, and my hand twitched, and I had to repaint a whole ceiling.
Oh my God.
I was like, this was expensive. So I was like, I'm not going to wear the glasses at work. A lot of times I will wear safety glasses at work. So let's see, what did Bill say? He wrote a book on that one.
Says we got there and paid for our pig, and the people blessed us with a gilt because they appreciated that we follow their YouTube channel and bought our other boar and sow from them. That was nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, all right. You want to start about the awesome weekend we had? And I want to say that if you missed this class and this workshop, you missed out tremendously.
Yeah. So we and we've interviewed Mike Adkins on here before. He's the guy, he's the all-around badass, right?
Yeah. Dude,
he doesn't like being called that. He's all modest and all that stuff, but he really is.
It's red as a beet when you say it too.
I know, but the dude is seriously a wealth of information. Before we jump into the class, I just want to tell you all, if you are paying for classes, if there's skills that you want to learn and you're going and doing that and paying for classes or whatever, you need to make sure that the person that's training you, that they are, make sure that they do it like they're teaching you. They're showing you how to do whatever it is that you learn how to do, whether it's butchering or land nav or whatever. So they teach you the foundations of it, and then they do it with you, and then they help you practice or whatever, and then they let you do it on your own. But they're still kind of helping you along the way. And that's exactly what Mike did. Even everybody that was in that class was at different levels of knowledge about land navigation and land. For those of you questioning, because Jason ran around and said land nav, like over and over and over. And finally I was like, what the crap are you talking about? So if you're not familiar with that term, which I guess that's kind of what the military calls it, it's like, it's orienteering, finding your way with a compass and a topographical map and all of that kind of stuff. That class was absolutely amazing. The first day we sat in a classroom and he taught us like all of the foundations of it, all of the terms, all of the, how to calculate your exact position, all of those easting numbers and northing numbers and all of that kind of stuff. That was very interesting. And once you hook onto that, it's like, you start seeing things that way. That's what was so neat about it. He taught us how to use a protractor. He taught us how to use our compasses. And even, like you buy a compass and it has like all of this stuff on there. It looks like rulers and stuff like that. And you're like, I wonder what that's for. He taught us what it was for. Everything, even if your compass has a little key, he taught you how to use the little key with the compass and all of that stuff. I was so impressed with his, and of course he's taught military. He's taught this to all kinds of guys in the military. And, so the military always has like a structured training program that they use. And he just executed it perfectly. It was, I was blown away by how good the class was.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Blown away.
And coming back on what you were saying about, competent instructors and stuff like that and how they're going to walk you through and stay with you on it. And if you don't understand something, they're going to do it. We had somebody in the class that was like, man, this is an awesome thing. And I'm not going to name any names, but he was like, I've went to someone else's, a couple big name people that do classes that are very well known on social media and the interwebs. And he was like, they suck. He was like, literally the person was there for a few minutes and bounced out. And it's like, oh, Jim Bob is going to take over and do the class for you. And they're like, what the heck is this all about? And it was almost, he was telling us it's almost like trial by fire. They went through a couple things and they're like, here's your maps, here's your compass, here's your protractor, go out and figure it out. And you're just like, what the heck?
He said it was 15 minutes of instruction.
Yeah.
15 minutes of instruction. And then they were just like, go do it. Here's your stuff. Go do it. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
And the big name person was there just to show his face and then leave. And
yeah,
the person that said it, it's like, dude, I'm coming to all your stuff now. He was like, you have sold me on the way you train people. And I'm like, that hit me. I'm like, thanks. I was like, I appreciate it. It's awesome. And he was like, he said, I'm trying to figure out how I can come down to the herbal workshop. And he said, I am definitely coming down to the comms workshop when y'all set the date for it. And that's another one. We got to talk to Brian and Susan and set the hard date for the comms class. But that's going to come up sometime in February. We've got to talk to them tomorrow and get the date exactly on it. But yeah, he was like, I'm coming to the comms class. He said, when y'all have stuff again, he's like, I'm coming. I told him about the festival. He was like, heck yeah. He's like, I'll be there.
So Brian and Susan from S&B Homestead Radio, they came up from Alabama and Mississippi. Sorry, they came up from Mississippi, and they set up their whole radio. So the first day, Saturday, was in classroom stuff. Sunday was actually going out into the woods, using a map and compass, not using anything like, the stuff on your cell phone or whatever, or GPS, just using map and a compass and finding, all the points that Mike and Kenneth, his cousin that came up and helped him, they had already gone out in the woods and set all this stuff up. So Brian and Susan set up a base camp, and everybody had radios. And that was another thing that I was very impressed with, was the way that Kenneth led. He had like all of the safety stuff down. Yeah. Which, you're I think that you kind of take for granted when you do stuff like this. You're like, oh, it'll be fine. We're just hiking through the woods. But, out of Barren River Lake, when the lake's down, there's some steep draws down in through there you've got to climb up through all that stuff, and you could seriously get hurt. And Kenneth did a fantastic job of taking, making sure that all of the safety stuff was covered. They had all of the bases covered. If anybody was going to get hurt, there's no doubt in my mind that they would, be taken care of. But Brian and Susan was there with their radios, and every time they would, whoever was doing the course would get to a point, they had to check back with Brian, and it went flawlessly. It was a great day. It was cold. It was super cold, but it was just, I don't know. It was a really neat class. I really, really enjoyed it.
It was. It wasn't near as cold when you're in the woods, but man, when you came out of the woods and like to cross over a spot, It was like, man, that wind would just eat through you. And you had with the radio stuff when when we were running the course by ourselves, it's like you came from the pavilion, your starting point. So Brian knew where you were at, and he knew you were going to point one. So he knew you were somewhere between the pavilion and point one. So it just narrowed down the area. If you sprained your ankle or something like that, and we needed to do a medevac or something for you, we knew where we were at. Then when you hit point one, you would radio in. It's like, hey, Jason, the base, I have found point one. I'm heading to point two. So then it's like he's in between point one and two in case we got to do an evac on him. So it was cool. The first day, it was funny. The first day was drinking from a fire hose. From 9 to 5. It was 8 hours of drinking from a fire hose, but And I told Mike, I'm like, man, you broke this down Barney style. You broke it down to where people could understand it and do this stuff. One of the coolest things is after we had learned everything at the end of getting close to the end of the day, he gave us a problem. It's like, here's a problem, see if you can solve it. And it was essentially, you're on top of a hill and there's a kid missing out in the woods. You're on top of a hill where you can see the child down there waving his arms. Your friend is on the next hill over. You need to triangulate where this child is at so you can radio in for the helicopter to come and get this kid out. And he was like, here's your point and everything, figure it out. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be kind of hard. Pretty much everybody got it. And he was like, y'all were within, I think the farthest person out was like 50 meters off or something.
Yeah.
But he was like, 50 meters in a helicopter is really nothing. They would be able to see that child at if they gave him within a 50 square meter, they're like, you can find the kid in that, especially if the kid's conscious and waving his arms. And I'm like, that's pretty cool that you taught us from, zero to being proficient at this. So, and then Sunday was fun. We spent, I don't know, we were outside 9 hours on Sunday.
Yeah, we started at 8 and he wanted to be done because it's getting dark here in Kentucky, around 5 o'clock. So he wanted to be out of the woods, before it started getting dark. And Jason, you told me you were home by 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But everything that happened on Sunday was all the skills that you learned on Saturday were then applied on Sunday. You were doing everything that you learned. He gave you a map of the area, and then he gave you a little card that had all the points. You had to get your protractor out. You had to lay everything out on the map. You had to map out all of those points, and then he checked the points to, if you were way off, he'd be like, oh, you're off a little bit. You need to recalculate that one or whatever. But he checked to make sure that your points were generally where they're supposed to be. And then off you went to go look at the stuff or look for the stuff. And then every time, you would get to a point, you would bring your map back out, figure out what direction you needed to go next using your compass. I mean, it was the way the class is laid out. It was absolutely fantastic. I just cannot even say enough great things about how he taught that class. He totally is, he has that down. He's a great teacher.
Oh yeah. I was smoked Sunday after I ran the second one, because the first one we did kind of as a group, we kind of split up a little bit, but we had Mike and Kenneth were right there if we had any questions, and they kind of walked it with the groups and stuff, which was cool. We got our feet wet on it. And then the second party is like, hey, we're going to do this. If you feel confident enough, you can do it alone. I'm like, man, give it to me. I'm going to do it. So I took it. I mean, we essentially went from the front of the park to the back of the park on that. And it's not like Barren River Lake at the park has a golf course. It's not like you're walking the golf course. You're walking in the woods, walking down these draws and everything else. He gave me one of the hardest spots, and he kind of laughed after I found it. Two draws came in together, and there's this point, and the water was still flowing through there. There's like a 5-foot vertical bank on each side of that. And I get down there and I'm cussing him. I'm like, he gave me this stupid thing. I was trying, and it was either climb up that muddy bank and get the thing, because he told me, he's like, can you collect that one for me and bring it back? Because you're the only one running on point number 1. I'm like, yeah, I guess. So I had to climb up that thing. It's either that or walk all the way up one of these draws and then come back down. I was like, I'm just going to get dirty and climb this bank. So, but.
And another thing, Jason was actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that Jason was the youngest one there.
Yeah.
Kenneth is maybe about your age.
Yeah.
Kenneth
but younger than me.
So all of the other people that were involved in the class were even older than me. So if you think that this isn't something that you can do, you're wrong. I mean, it was amazing to watch these people. They totally did it. I mean, Sharon was there. Sharon, is her last name Horn?
Yeah.
And she was traipsing through the woods like she was keeping up with Jason when they were doing the group thing or whatever. She's just right there with Jason, climbing over trees and all this kind of stuff. It was amazing to watch. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I would have liked to run a few more points if I wouldn't have been so smoked. I would have run a few more points if he had had them. But you're getting the wind was or the wind was kicking up, and then it started sprinkling rain and stuff like that. And I'm like, we probably just need to get this done and head back. So, guys, in all seriousness, we're going to offer this again. Probably, I don't know. It'll probably be fall when we offer it again, I would say. But if you want to do this, it's an amazing class. I learned so much from it. The price on it was I think a smoking price for what you're getting. So I super enjoyed it. It was fun. Can we talk about bacon now for a minute? Have we talked about land nav enough?
We're going to talk about bacon?
Bill's got a thing on here talking about bacon. Are we done with land? Are we done with land navigation for now?
I guess.
Or should we say anything else about it? I mean, the only thing I can say is Mike is a true professional person on teaching, and he knows his stuff. He took the time to show everybody, and he pretty much took as much time as you wanted, within reason, to explain and show you stuff. Kenneth did the same thing too. So
the one thing that I would say is, even if you think that, like, why would you need a land navigation class, or why would you need to know how to do that? Because you have this, right? What if this doesn't work? At the very least, which a land navigation class is going to teach you how to read a topographical map, and that shows elevation and terrain and all of that kind of stuff. And he's going to teach you about terrain features and all of that. But at the very least, you should know how to read a map, even if it's not a topographical map. And they just don't teach those skills anymore.
No.
You don't learn that in school. And I mean, I've got over there on the shelf, because Randy used to drive over the road. So I have his last trucker atlas that he bought that's like 10 years old. And, a trucker atlas or a truck driver atlas, or whatever you want to call it, it's a little bit more detailed because it has more things that, truck drivers would use. But you need to know how to read an atlas. You need to teach that to your kids. And this class gave me a lot of it was a refresher as far as the map stuff, but I had never learned how to use a protractor with a map. So I don't know. It's important to know these skills. If you're stuck somewhere and you don't have GPS, are you going to be able to get home? Do you know the quickest route to get home? Maybe the quickest route isn't the roadway. I mean, just think about that. It's, these are the kind of skills that I put on the thumbnail that, is it a dying art or whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's stuff that you need to know.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think people need to know it.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
All right. Let's get Bill with the bacon. Bill says making bacon is a controversial subject. The basic premise is 3% salt per weight for 1 week, and then smoking, if you choose, at 180 degrees until internal is 150. Bill, the way I do bacon, I do it like down and dirty. I don't measure anything. I only use salt and non-iodized salt. I use salt and brown sugar, and I just mix up half and half, and I don't weigh anything out. Coat the belly in it. And I do it for 14 days. I'll take it and put it in a food saver bag, and I flip it every day for 14 days, pull it out, wash it off, pat it dry, put it in the refrigerator overnight. And I cold smoke mine. So I take my smoker and keep it as close to 100 degrees as I can, to where you're not technically cooking it. You're actually preserving it with the smoke. And I'll smoke it for 4 to 5 hours. Just let it get that smoke on there. Bring it out, rinse it off and pat it dry. Put it back in the refrigerator overnight. And then I slice it and I freeze it after that. So Shelly and Randy do it a little bit different. You want to explain yours? Now, Randy actually smokes his at like 180, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I think Randy does it and smokes to get the internal temperature up there.
He's the one that does all the bacon stuff.
Well, so Randy kind of does the same thing. Randy will measure his out, and Randy does use some pink salt. I know that. Yeah. So, but I mean, to each their own. You can do bacon however you want to. The way I got taught to do bacon was the old school way, with just salt and brown sugar.
You know all that bacon that we made from the festival?
Yeah.
Last week, we just used the last of that up.
Really?
Yeah. Because I told him, I took the last package out of the freezer. I think he fried it up. We had breakfast for supper on Monday night, and I think he fried up that last package of bacon. And I said, there's more pork belly down in the freezer downstairs. We need to be curing some more bacon. And he was like, yeah, you going to do that? And I was like, no, you're going to do that.
So that's your job.
That's your job.
Man, I've got a ton of bacon still. I need to thaw some of mine out. I wish I had some thawed out, because a good bacon sandwich sounds good right now.
Yeah, when we made all that at the festival, we came home, like he finished curing it at home, and then we got our slicer out and sliced all of it up. And we had, I don't know, 12 or 15 packages of bacon that we stuck in the freezer. And that's what we've been eating on since the festival. So that lasted us quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
And we were probably taking out a package like every 2 weeks or something like that.
Well, there's nothing better than good bacon.
I know.
Have you ever had any beef bacon?
Yes. I used to get it from Cherry Farms.
I like it. I bought some.
I do too.
I was in Sam's and they had it, and I bought it at Sam's, and it was good. It had a little bit more chew to it than regular pork bacon, but I was like, man, this stuff is good. I made a BLT out of it, and I'm like, I could eat this all day. So
you just kind of use the same spices to make it.
Yeah.
It's not, it has a little bit of a different flavor, but it's not, like real different from regular bacon.
Yeah. Now I made some, and my mom ate some, because I told her about it. And my mom is like a beef connoisseur. She was raised on a cattle farm, so she loves beef. She told me, she was like, I like pork bacon better than that. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah. She said, there's something different about it, and I just like pork bacon better. So I'm like, okay.
I think the difference for me, is the lard. I mean, the fat, because pork fat just tastes different. And bacon is the only fat that I will eat.
Yeah.
Like I don't care for ribeye steaks because they have so much fat in them.
Do you not eat that fat on ribeye?
No, I prefer a sirloin, and I know that people go crap crazy over that. I like a sirloin or a New York strip.
Yeah.
But I'm just that gristly fat that's in beef. Ugh, I don't want anything. But I don't even like the fat that's on pork chops. But really? I will eat the fat that's in bacon. I don't know what the difference is, but bacon fat doesn't bother me.
Miss Sharon likes her bacon cremated. I like it floppy. I like floppy bacon.
I don't. I like it crisp. I like it crunchy.
No, I like it when you grab a hold of it, it just flops down.
I don't want it burnt, but I like it crisp.
If you hand me the bacon, it looks like it's taking a blue pill. I'm like, no, I don't want this bacon. So
Bill was asking if anybody's checking out the Northern Lights. I didn't. There was a lot of people around me last night that were posting pictures, but my friend Ray that I work with, she texted me and she said, "There's all kinds of people posting pictures on Facebook with the Northern Lights." And I went outside and I looked in the backyard and I looked in the front yard and I didn't see nothing. And it was so stinking cold. I was like, "Yeah, I don't need this." And I went back in the house.
You got your phone. You're like, I'll look at their pictures in the warm.
Exactly. But so I may, after this is over, I may go out and check and see if I can see them. But, you know, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Because once you have homegrown pasture raised beef, you will never buy beef away from home again. I agree, Bill.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, it's a toss up sometimes with me and beef. Sometimes I like ribeyes and sometimes I'll eat a strip. It just kind of depends.
And yeah. I'm also like, I don't really care for prime rib.
I mean, prime rib's just ribeye that's been oven roasted.
But I mean, I don't know. To me, I like my steak cooked like medium, but prime rib just doesn't even taste like the texture of steak to me or something. I don't know what it is. But right. And I know people think I'm crazy. They're just like, "You don't like prime rib?" And it's not that I'll eat it. I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite.
Well, Miss Sharon says ribeye is her favorite.
A lot of people. My friend Michelle, she will eat a ribeye. That's her number one go-to every time we go out to eat. She wants a ribeye.
I love both of them, but now prime rib with some good au jus. Oh man, I'll fight somebody for that. So that standing rib roast, I mean, that's pretty much prime rib, but you just got the bone on it. And the cool thing is nobody likes the bones here. So I just slide that bone right on off and I put those in the refrigerator and eat those later. So like my brother hates eating any kind of meat with bones in it. So like he won't eat ribs. He won't eat bone-in chicken. He hates bone-in pork chops. And I've cooked pork chops before. Like I've grabbed some bone-in pork chops out of the freezer. And my wife's like, your brother's going to be mad. I'm like, he's coming up here to eat for free. He'll be okay. He can cut down the bone. And she's like, "You're a jerk." And I was like, "It'll be okay." So, but yeah, you get in there and eat around the bone and all that, man. That and I can tear some ribs up.
I'm not a big fan of ribs either. I prefer beef ribs over pork ribs.
Really?
Yeah, they just seem to have more meat on them to me.
Oh, yeah, they do. I mean, I would like some good, like, smoked beef ribs would be good. That or some, beef short ribs, how they do them Korean style or whatever.
Yeah.
How they don't, how they do it? Most of the time your ribs are long, but they cut them across to where they're, super thin. And when you look at it, you can see the ends of the ribs. Oh man, I ate those somewhere, and I was like, "Holy crap, these things are amazing!" So that or some oxtail.
Have you ever had ribs at El Mazatlan?
No.
The ribs that they have, they're like, I don't know if they deep fry them. I think they like smoke them or something, and then like to finish them off, they deep fry them because they have like a crusty. They're just crispy on the outside. Oh my God, I love those. I could eat those all day. And those are pork ribs, but they're good.
Those sound good. No,
they're delicious.
Usually when I go to El Maz, I just get either fajitas or the chef special with the chicken, rice, and cheese. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of
Randy gets this big plate. It's like they got those big platter things, and it has like every kind of meat on it. It's got like steak and chicken and scallops and shrimp, and it's got like 4 or 6 of those ribs, and it's got chorizo. It's got everything on it with jalapenos and like some cheese on it. And so he'll get that, and then I just split it with him. So those ribs are delicious.
I'm laughing. The things my wife sends me sometimes, she sent me a text, and I thought she might really need something. But she sends me a TikTok that says, "Me, baby, I would take a bullet for you, husband. your mouth would be the whole reason we're getting shot at. So, yeah.
That's funny.
So I don't know. All right, guys. Go check out the website. Go get some Black Friday deals. They're not going to last super long. They're pretty smoking good deals. I mean, the radio package is, I mean, you're saving a good amount of money on those radios for sure. That and the radio packages, we program the radios for your location. And then once you get those things, play with them for a little bit. Brian and Susan set up a time for a video conference with you to show you how to use the radios, any kind of.
And that's included in the cost of the radio.
Yeah, that's included in the whole package.
Yep.
So that, and then look at the IFACs and the vehicle med bags, the OSHA kit, all the individual stuff on there. Take a look at it. The deals are not going to get super, super much better, but they're going to be some different ones. So act accordingly on that. So I don't have much else. I'm gonna go to bed.
I'm ready to go get in the bed. I've already put my chickens up, and I'm just ready to go to sleep.
The bad thing is we get on here, and I think we do it like every time. Right at the end, we end up talking about food, and I'm just like,
I'm sitting here thinking, man, I'd really like to have some of those ribs from Elma's at lunch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did it when Leslie was on. After we got off, we started talking about food. I was like, I'm hungry, and Leslie goes, well, it's too late to eat. And I was like, I ain't eaten nothing since 7:00 this morning. I'm hungry. And she's like, you shouldn't really eat after 6:00 or something. And I'm like, but I'm hungry.
She didn't say it with that tone in her voice.
Oh, I know. She said it loving and everything, but I'm like, I'm hungry.
She's like, we just care about you, Jason.
Yeah. She's like, we're going to make you healthy. And I'm like, good luck. So I do need to start eating healthier. I've been on a binge, just eating crap. So, all right. I don't have anything else. So I'm going to go dream about food now while I go to bed.
Yeah.
But honestly, I probably won't go to bed. I've got stuff to do tonight. So it'll be about 11 o'clock when I go to bed, I'd say. Maybe midnight.
I've been going to work early this week, so I can I'm taking off half a day on Friday so I can come home and start working on the farm.
Wow. I've got
the temperature's supposed to be amazing this weekend.
Is it?
Yes.
Miss Sharon said I get $20 for a bag of chips right now. Yeah. I tell you,
I would really like to have some salt and vinegar potato chips.
See, my favorite chips are barbecue baked Lays. Absolutely love those things. That or some Funyuns.
I don't like either one of those.
Oh, but if you eat too many Funyuns, like Funyuns just tear the roof of your mouth up. Like you eat those.
That's salt and vinegar does too. It's like you just keep eating them and you're like, my mouth hurts. It's like it's cutting the inside of your mouth or something. I don't know. And I just have to keep eating them. I'm like, they're so good, but it hurts so bad.
No.
Love salt and vinegar. So good.
Hey, I did eat some Netflix and chill the other night. That Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like they brought the flavor out quite a while ago, but then they brought it out for a little bit longer. And Whitney bought me some of it, and I scarfed some of that down. I was like, that stuff was good.
So what's it got in it?
I forgot. Honestly, I think it's got like pretzels and some chocolate. And then it's vanilla and chocolate ice cream.
Okay, so I'm looking it up. It says it combines peanut butter ice cream with sweet and salty pretzel swirls and fudge brownie pieces.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's good. Well.
All right. Y'all have a I have a sweet potato harvest tomorrow. Finally got 2 nights in a row of freezing weather. There you go.
That works.
Y'all have a fantastic evening. Great rest of your week. We will see you next Wednesday. Jason will see you on Friday, right? Friday
at 8:00. I will be here. Unless something
Go check out the website. Check out those specials. Get you some stuff. Start your Christmas shopping.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.